Hey everyone, no Respawns here, hope you're having a grand week. So in this video I'm going to give you tours of 3 of my safe houses in the Long Dark. This has taken me quite a while, so link in the description if you want to jump ahead to the tours themselves, if you don't want to hear my waffling. Completely reasonable and sometimes encouraged, but if you want to hear me waffle then strap in, because that's what I'm going to be doing. So yes, this update dropped, as I'm recording this, around like 5-6 weeks ago. And for those who don't know, this is one of my favourite games. I play it every single year since it entered early access like 2014, and it's amazing and I absolutely love it, and I've been so excited for this update. So what the update does is allows us to decorate the interior locations of basically nearly all buildings, and it's awesome. I can pick up any item. I can really make a place my own. But obviously, as if you played any kind of like building and decoration game, sometimes it can be overwhelming on, okay, what do I use this space for? Now I've got all of this creative control. What am I doing? I have no idea. So the point of this video is, one, I can show you off what I've done, because this took me ages, and damn it, I'm going to make a video on it. But also, two, it should give you guys a few ideas, not just how to decorate, but also potentially areas you can decorate, because what I've gone and done is I've actually got multiple safe houses. So this is my main one, which is at Mystery Lake, because it's my favourite cozy area. It's the first one that dropped when the game was first released, so naturally that had to be my main safe house. But I have currently, well, technically 4. So I have one, the ones I'm going to show in this video are this one, and I'll show you that. Hopefully I don't get attacked by a wolf. I shouldn't be attacked by a wolf. So we're currently at Mystery Lake, as you can see, kind of just not in the centre, but a little bit to the left. Then we're going to go to Coastal Highway, where I've got a place called the Quonset Garage, or I think it's called the Quonset Garage, actually. And that's my second safe house. That one is probably nearly, it's as busy as this one that I'm going to show you in a sec. The reason why that was a great location is because of the fact that it's right next to the new trader, which is another thing that was added in the later update. So it's good having a kind of like stop-off location where you can bring stuff and kind of transfer stuff back and forth. And then I've got a base in Timberwolf Mountain, right at the top there where it says Black Rock and Ash Canyon, just underneath. And I chose that one, because it's a really beautiful location. It's this really nice little cabin on a place called Crystal Lake. But also I'm trying to have like little safe houses. And then the other one, which I always forget, I don't think I can actually scroll over there unless I actually go to that area, is beyond the broken railroad. There is the, I think it always is the Far Reaches, that area over there. That's where one of the DLC areas is, for the Signal Void DLC. And there is a place called Transfer Pass, and I've started building up the train station. But I'm not going to finish that for ages, so I thought I'll just do 3 in this video, and then maybe I'll stream in the future and you guys can see it then. So yeah, let's give you the tour. So the reason why, again, alongside this being my nostalgia area, incidentally, I always choose Mystery Lake because of how centralized it is. And because the way I've set it up with these multiple places that are my base, it means it's a really good stop-off place, even if technically I don't actually spend much of my time here. It's usually where I drop off, like, you know, a lot of my key bits and pieces, and also resupply for my next little journey. It's great. I absolutely love it. And it's also really good for fishing as well. So a couple of things I always do before we go inside. I'm a big fan of having a rock cache outside because I like to dump stuff off. The animal fat really annoys me because it's so easy to accidentally heat. This is my bin, basically. And all my stuff that I just don't know what to do with. And I also like little... I'm actually one of the few people who uses the spray cans for marking locations, mostly, but I like putting like that symbol as my homes. Now let's pop in. So the way I decorate in pretty much any game is I like organised chaos. I like some organisation to give it a sense of structure, but I also like to be a little bit scruffy so it looks like, you know, how I would live. Which is good or bad, I'm not sure. But I like it and it makes me happy. So this is the downstairs location, which is arguably my kind of stop-off location. For example, so I just got back from building up my 4th base. And I obviously drunk a load of water. It was like literally a day and a half ago. So I had a load of water stored here. And I also store all of my skins around here. One thing I will note, if you're going to follow my process of doing multiple safe houses, you will have to be a little bit economical with your decoration because of the fact that you're going to be spreading yourself a little bit thin, especially if you're playing on an interloper or something like that. And I'll show you upstairs before we do a slow tour of the whole thing because it's arguably the nicest looking bit. This is just, I just love the way your eye pops in this area and you look at it all the colour. I like the colour. A big thing. See, I've got a little bit of a little bit of structure, but a little bit of mess as well. But I try and spread colour around and kind of give it a sense of just busyness. And I really, really like it a lot. I need to put something there. That space bothers me. I think I took one of those signs in my last trip, so there was normally a sign there, but I'm going to have to go and get a new one. So I have taken out all of the bunk beds. I originally wasn't going to do it, but then I decided I really wanted my own bed, so got rid of that and used that area for the furniture bench. A couple of key things I recommend you pick up. Any suitcases are awesome, because they only weigh, I don't know, they weigh like 25, like 0.25 kilograms, and they have a carry space of like 20 kgs. It's insane. You can only pick up a few of them, because some of them you do find dropped around, especially I think Pleasant Valley has quite a lot, but you can't pick those up. But if you go to the airport, you can. The airfield rather, in one of the locations there, and also I think there's like one or two in a few houses. They're awesome, and you see I've got quite a lot, and each one of my bases has these suitcases knocking around. And also, absolutely one of the best things ever is the meat curing box. Now we're going to do a test during this video. So if you open this, you see I've already filled it up. So it's got loads of meat from my last time. Literally, I've only just got back here, so I haven't actually taken this out. Hence why I've got 5 kilograms, because I put 20 kilograms worth of meat, and it gets turned into basically 3/4 of the weight into this cured meat. And I've also got loads here as well. But the reason being, right, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Let me just quickly show you something. My favourite thing, by the way, is you can actually see the journeys I've made. So I haven't been to Timberwolf Mountain in quite a while. I think I went back once. Yes, I think this was the last time I went back, which is my like other base. Yeah, you see, about day 170-ish. And I'm fairly certain I haven't been back since. I'm on day 245, so I haven't been back for like 60-something, 50, 60-something days. I'm fairly certain that until you take the meat out of these, they never go off. And we're going to find out together, assuming I did remember to put meat in that. I'm pretty sure I did fill it full of bear meat, I think. But anyway, we will learn together. I'm pretty sure it never goes off, which is great, because it means I go back to my base and I just always have loads of food, and I always deliberately put a load of water when I'm coming back and forth as well, and it just looks great. Yeah, no, absolutely love it. Like, the lights, you can Google them. I think the festive lights, I'm hoping they're not limited to actually the Christmas holidays specifically, but they're in a few key locations which you can pick them up. One thing I do recommend doing, if you're feeling masochistic, but also it's a really enjoyable thing to do, is trying to get the camera early on. I got it in the first, I think in day 20 something, and it was horrific because it's a really difficult late game area, but it is worth it, and it allows you to kind of, one, obviously you can see it, you can use it for decorations. I've got, I like to use it to all of my key little areas I've been to. I've got a few more knocking around, I think. But also it just gives you a sense of, like, they're really good for decorations, and it's just, it allows you to immerse, because I've got like a little bit of a story of the areas I've been to. I've got my first cougar kill there. It's just, it's absolutely lovely. I think, to be fair, they are pondering, and they absolutely should, making it so that you can get it easier, because it is a bit of a nightmare journey. It was probably my least liked area. I'm not going to spoil where, but yeah, I wouldn't recommend it, but I would, but you know what I mean. It's a weird one, but look at it. I love how cozy it looks. I just love the sense of color, like, and just the random bits I've popped around. It's like I said, I like a little bit of organized chaos, because again, I have spread things around. For example, I found loads of guns, but I've deliberately only got a couple, because I'm trying to make sure, this is the thing I actually have, every single one of my safe houses has a gun rack with a rifle in it, and like the basic tools lying around, so that way I never have to carry a gun. Yeah, I never carry a rifle around with me anymore, because there'll be a rifle at the place I'm going, which is so handy. So that's a little bit of a tidbit. The cones I got in the airfield are great. Everyone loves a good traffic cone, and this little thing here, actually, yeah, these rustic storage boxes are great. I have so much food in here. I've got to cook that food up before it goes off. Oh, a little tip before I show the other thing. The meat curing box uses the amount of salt regardless of how much meat is in it. So ideally, make sure it's full up. Like when you put the meat in, put 20 kilos of meat in. And it keeps the percentage, like quality percentage of the meat as it goes in. That's why, like, that was 88 when it went in. I think that was from a moose, actually. But yes, this is my main base as of right now, and I love it. It makes me happy, fills me with glee, and I'm still not even finished yet. I've still got all of the Far Territories areas to explore, well, most of them, and also I haven't gone to Blackrock yet, so awesome. So right, what I'm going to do, and this is going to be fun for me, is I'm now going to have to walk all the way over to my second base, which means I actually have to manually do all the travelling. So I'm going to disappear off, and I will resume recording when we get there. And I give you a few ideas of the Quonset hut, which is arguably the one that took me the longest, because I didn't know what to do with the area, but I think it looks quite cool. One mo. And we are back at base number 2. Annoyingly, one thing, and this is the Quonset hut, if you've never been to Coast, if you've only just started playing the game, this is one of the nicest looking areas to have as your safe house. The only issue is that they seem, just the developers, whomst I love, seem to just really want to make this a place where wolves spawn, and it's a big shame because it means that, like, there's regularly wolves literally on the doorstep, which is, yeah, I don't mind if they were like over there or something, or like where they normally are, which is over there, but you will regularly see wolves. So again, this, for those who haven't kind of experienced the latest update so much, so they've added a trader, which has, it's done really well. Like, I was really worried, like, how, it's really weird, he's making a very loud watery noise, even though I actually ran out of water. That might be actually why, considering it. Anyway, so basically, there's a trader, and it's implemented amazingly well. Like, I was really worried. And this is the area, well, technically over there, where you have to drop the stuff off. This is a really, really good location for kind of setting up your base and just generally having a nice little launch pad from here. We go inside from the rear entrance just because I think it looks a lot nicer. And this is how I've journeyed my base a little bit here. This one I did struggle with the most because of the fact, because I've spread all my stuff around, as mentioned, it meant that, like, it took me longer to make this one feel busy because it's quite a large space. Also, it occurs to me, I've done the symbol on the other side, but I put the rock cache here. What's in the rock cache? What did I put? Just loads of fat, because I never need it. Alright, let's pop in. This one took me ages. This is the one that really took me a while. I ended up having to do way more building than I planned, as you will see when we get to the main room. So this room I haven't changed very much, to be honest. I moved the barrel over there, I put a little table, and I put my bed. But the area that took the longest is this one. Just because I really was like, okay, I don't know what to do with the space. I think it looks quite cozy. But for ages, it was just looking really, really empty. And I didn't want to gut it too much. I still wanted to keep all the tyres. And I'm fairly happy with how it looks right now. But I will say that if you're doing what I've done, which is like have multiple player bases, you might want to either not use this one or just accept the fact that it's going to not look very busy until much later in the game. Like, this is a great example. Is like this area could have been busier. There is, I don't know if I mentioned it, but there is a glitch to actually hang stuff from walls. Like, you can use, do I have one in here? I think I accidentally scrapped it actually, but you can get loads of them. You can use like this calendar on tables to sort of move stuff up walls. I haven't gotten around to doing it yet. It occurs to me I could put like all of the jerky and stuff, but it's a fairly busy one here. Most of this food's actually not. A lot of it's ruined, as you can see. A lot of coffee as well. I have so much coffee. But it's a fairly cozy one, but it did take me a while. I need some water, actually, because I completely miscalculated. The bearskin rug, very, very large. I don't think any other location. And also, like, for some reason, like, rather than taxidermy the head, you know, take the... He's left the skull in, basically, which looks very nice, but it means you kind of have to walk over it. Did I have any salt in this one? Ooh, look at that. Lovely. And, oh, I've got some water. Lovely, because I got a bit of a blizzard getting here, so I had to sort of hide out and use my water. But this one I really, really like now. I just didn't like it originally. Also, incidentally, on the shelves here, there are certain shelves you can pick up and certain shelves you can't pick up. As far as I can tell, unless I've just blanked it, you can't build any shelves like this, which is a kind of weirdly missed opportunity, unless there's a recipe later on that I've just missed. So always check your shelves, because shelves are great, and they also weigh a complete ton, though. That's the only issue. It's a really, really nice area. I think this is... I've got 2 sets of tools currently. There are 3 in the game. I've got one here, and I've got one at Mystery Lake. I am going to eventually hunt down the 3rd set, because it's in the DLC areas, so I should just naturally come across it. And as you can see, I've got the guns. I always leave one here, and I always unload it before I disappear off, so that way I don't have to worry about ammo, and it's just always there, so if I need to go hunting, because often a moose or a bear spawns outside here. I do like these suitcases, though. They're so nice. It's such a... Like, I'm happy with how this looks now, but for ages, I was like, I don't know what to do with it. It's looking... Because if you imagine this without any of, like, the stuff in the middle, and it was just looking really empty. Now it looks quite cozy, which I'm fairly happy with. The other options in this area, if you don't want to decorate this, is the mist. I've actually bring it back, actually. So it's, yeah, the homestead here is good, because this is actually where the trade area is. And I did check. I don't think there's a radio in there. That's the kind of the main... Well, I chose this area just because I like the Quonset hut. But there's also no radio there as well. I have actually marked these off incidentally, but I think it was dark when I did it, so the X's didn't appear. This little, if you haven't checked, this little radio is the thing that activates the trader, and this is the only place, as far as I could tell, that has it. I forgot I have those pots around here. I should probably take one of those to her. I realised I've got loads of stuff because I'm building up my 4th base right now, and it occurs to me I've got loads of stuff here that I could take back. I've tried to, similar to the other one, I've tried to give this a very kind of like organised chaos theme to it. Batteries are a big thing, by the way. I've deliberately spread them out, but the problem is with spreading them out is it means I have lost a few of them. Like, well, oh, I've got like 3 here, and I didn't realise I had 3. I wanted it to look like a little bit like a depot. I've seen some really nice ones where people have made this their own, like, their only central base, and this area, when you've got like everything that you can decorate with just centralized in one location, it does look really nice, especially when people turn this into kind of like a main shop area. The only area I haven't done anything with is the loo, because I didn't know what to do with it, to be honest. I moved this here because I removed it from there and didn't know if I was going to regret moving it from there. But it looks cozy. Loves it now. Did take me an absolute age, though. Those baskets are really hard to get. I think the only place I know where they are... I think there's some in the airfield and there's some in Mountain Town, but they look really nice and they break up the space quite nicely. Traffic cone, obviously. And also, incidentally, before I go to the next location, I always build this bed. I've seen pictures of the bed for... There's like a bearskin one, but it's purple, and I'm just thinking, no... I like this one, it's a bit more cozy with my teddies. Right, so I'm going to show you my final safe house, which involves walking all the way across Pleasant Valley, which is my most hated area in the game because it's always blizzardy. So I will see you guys in a minute when we travel over there. And we have made it. It wasn't actually too unpleasant in Pleasant Valley. Normally, Pleasant Valley is very unpleasant, but this one wasn't too bad. I've stepped back a little bit because there's a wolf just over there. I'm going to waffle. This area is amazing. I really, really like it because even though there's a wolf spawn over there, and I did encounter a wolf kind of just down there, they're not close to the entrance. So the only instance where I might get wolves come over is I'm like standing in the front with loads of fresh food. But even then, I can just back up. So it's really, really good. You can fix the roof as well, which I really like. You can... Those wolves are quite easy because it's quite a flat ground. You can just go over here and just get them to charge you and shoot with the bolt, and there's fresh fish there. So it's honestly a great little location. If it wasn't for the fact that I normally have to go through Pleasant Valley to get here, this would be a more permanent base. So I have not been here in an absolute age. Yeah, I was gonna start recording down here, and I was like, oh well, just in case. So I love this area. So you can repair the wolf. Repair the wolf, repair the roof rather. You can't repair the wolf, he's broken. I do my little symbol thing, I've got my little rock cache. What's in... Oh, it's literally empty as it says. The only thing with this one, as you can see, it doesn't have a load screen, which is quite nice. However, it means that the lighting is a little bit different. And because it's so small and cozy, it's very easy to decorate. That's so nice. I love this little area. All of the decorations from this I got from all of the various transport bins, and also I managed to get lucky with the prepper's cache. I did, as you can see, take the lights over, and I took a few pieces from areas, but it's just I love this area because it's so easy to decorate. Let's check. Oh ho, ho, ho. I think I must have eaten a little bit actually, but that meat's been there for ages, so yeah. Oh no, I think I just put a really small amount of meat before I left. That was it. Yeah. So yeah, that's brilliant. So I can just always, I think it does start to deteriorate once you take it out of this what's it called, the meat curing box, but if you leave it in there you'll always have food, so that's just absolutely awesome. Honestly, this is such a good little location. It's right next to the Ash Canyon, which is awesome for like looting stuff, and there's like, even though it's a little bit of a chore to navigate, it's still quite good. And then also you're very close to Black Rock as well, which is where I'm going next, incidentally, because on this character it is the one area I haven't gone yet. I've gone there before, obviously, but not on this guy. I actually get this massive storage hatch here, which you can just put loads of nonsense in, which is awesome. So yes, hopefully this gave you a few ideas. Like, I really do recommend, if you're looking to do a long haul run, like for this run, this is my achievement run. I've been meaning to do this run for ages. Like I said, I normally get bored like 80, 100 days. Not bored, I just, you know, without this, I'd usually do everything quite quickly, whereas this has killed so much time, like hunting down items, building stuff, and it's just given me a sense of like immersion that I never had before. I'd recommend having multiple safe houses. Like, so my next one, I've basically done the bed and like most of the decoration, but like not enough, and it's not much clutter, is the train station in Transfer Pass, which is going to be fourth, and I think that'll be my final one, because now it means also it's like, for these kind of like long term, you know, like I'm trying to go for the 500-day achievement, and I'm halfway there. It means that if I get bored of a location, I can just move over, but move over without feeling like I'm suddenly in some like abandoned hovel somewhere. Like, this is really cozy. I've got all my bits and pieces. It feels, you know, I've made it my own without being too much of a chore. I've even like dragged some salt over here and things. I've got loads of water, which I've had there for ages, and I've got a rifle. As mentioned, that is a good shout, by the way. If you have multiple bases, just leave the rifle there. It just saves you so much space. And yeah, oh, I love this one so much. So yes, hopefully give you a few ideas. I'm really curious. Let me know what your favourite bases are, because like I've gone in many ways a little bit safe, I would guess. But some people, for example, I've always wanted to do one of the lookout towers, and there's a few of the more interesting, like, out-of-the-way hours. Like, the lighthouses would be quite cool. And it's just really, really fun. But yes, anywho, as always, follow me on Blue Sky, @norespawns. Follow me on Instagram, and all social links in the description. If you're watching this video live, I was really tired last week, because it was the first way back. So if you're wondering why it's a week and a bit late when I planned to do this, it's because I got back to the office after the New Year's and Christmas and everything, and I was just very tired and very busy. But I'm back to normal now, so I'll have a Fallout 4 video up this weekend. We'll be doing some guard posts, which will be quite cool. And yes, I have other nonsense planned. Anyway, you guys enjoy the rest of your week. You take care.